Hello and welcome everyone to the solo mode of Night Parade of 100 Yokai. Today I will be playing as the Frog Clan against the Bear Clan, or as they are known in the Yokai universe as the Gamanoke, which is my clan, and Onikuma, which is the Bear Clan. Okay, now the Bear Clan, this clan is supposed to be the clan of the Yokai King, which we are trying to usurp in this game, basically. All right, we're doing a daring coup. Although, of course, he's going to try and stop us, obviously. Now, aside from that, for the setup, I'll go through what is different in a solo game, and also, of course, how you win the game, and also, yeah, just basically what's different. So, for that, I will bring in the rulebook here to show you. So first of all, we're only going to use one hidden plot card. And this hidden plot card will be shared in a multiplayer guide. In a multiplayer game, everyone has their own plot card. So what does this basically mean? This one means that you get a point for each Torii that you place. So we both get this, okay? And then the second one means that, let me just double check, it says here, a Torii on an island that has another Torii gives you +1 point. So basically, if I build a Torii where he already has one, it will give me an extra point. But this is more difficult in a solo game or a two-player game, because as you can see, many of these night tiles only have like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, so there's not a lot of options for that. And also you get 1 point for every 3 movements. And of course you have the mystery points as well that are over there that might affect the gameplay. All right, so how is solo exactly different? Well, of course, you're playing the Night King. I'm always saying Night King, I don't know why. Guess Game of Thrones from ages ago, but anyway, the Yokai King. All right, we're playing as easy because he's Onikuma. You could play against Nekomata for medium or both of them together for hard, but let's start with easy, okay? So during the turn of the Yokai King, I was going to say Night King again, you do the following. First of all, you go first, and then he will always go second, okay? Or she, but he's a king, so I guess it's he. Right, so you're supposed to shuffle the level 1 Yokai deck, card deck, and then reveal 1 card at random and add it to the appropriate Night Parade. Now, honestly, I'm not going to shuffle them, because shuffling every time it's his turn would be a bit tedious, and there's no way to know what the top card is anyway. So when it's his turn, I'm just going to take the top card of the level 1 deck, so the 2 spirit cost deck, okay? That's what I'm going to do. Then he's going to activate his longest inactive parade. So let's say now they are all inactive, but let's say he used this before, then he can't activate this one, okay? So he's going to activate his longest inactive one. So it's always going to be like a gamble. I'm never going to be 100% sure which one will be activated, okay? Then, of course, when there's a tie, because sometimes there's a tie, he's going to activate the parade with the most move tokens. So the move tokens, there's literally no example out, but basically they're wings. You can see it here. This is a move token, right? Obviously, at this point, there are no move tokens there. So if that's also tied, he will activate the parade with the most fight action icons, which are the fists, okay? That will be activated for sure. If there is still a tie, is the topmost one. Then, of course, you check which island the meeple goes to, all right? And then he's going to place it on an island based on the following order. First of all, if I'm already there, he's going to go there. Then he's going to go where he has meeples. And then he'll go to the island tile that requires the least meeples to be considered sacred. So basically where there's no Torii yet, so he can still hold Torii. So the lowest number where there's no Torii yet, okay? And then I imagine, let's say he goes on green, right? And I'm at 2 islands with green. I imagine he'll go where I am at the lowest number as well. Then if he has the move action, it says the Yokai King will always move his meeples to an island tile that requires fewer meeples to be considered sacred, so he's always going to move towards the lowest number where he can still have a Torii, okay? In the event that that's tied, he's going to move to an island where I already have meeples. So he's always going to look me up, all right? He's always going to basically gun for me. Then when it's punching, he's going to fight on island tiles where we both have meeples. And if there's a tie, he will remove me first from those tiles that require fewest meeples to be considered, once again, the lowest island, basically. If that is also tied, he will remove me from island tiles that match the element of the parade that I most recently activated. So basically trying to nullify my most recent move, I guess. So when he has enough meeples to place a Torii, right, then he is not going to get any rewards because he's all powerful. He doesn't care about spirits or talismans, right? He just puts it down, that's it, and we continue. All right. And at the end of the game, we just check the points and then also how well or how badly I did. Now, of course, there are 2 expansions, so there are some icons that I haven't talked about. For example, with the Moonlight Whispers expansion, if there is a hide or hidden icon, he's always going to hide the meeple that he just placed. So he's going to use it, okay? So when it's a leaf, he's always going to add it to the longest inactive night parade. And if it's tied, he'll move it to his topmost night parade. Now, there's a lot of things to keep track of, so I hope I won't be confused and make mistakes. Then we have the other expansion, the Kami Rising, right? So there we have the banish tokens, right? It means he's always going to spend all the banish tokens he can to flip to the highest level yokai card in my longest night parade. So basically, he's going to try to limit my power moves. If there's a tie, it's always the topmost one. If there's a tie between yokai card levels, he will always banish cards from right to left. So I'm going to have to refer to these manuals for a bit before I get used to it, I'm sure. If it's invocation, the Yokai King will spend all the invoke tokens he can to summon Shikigami with the most move action icons. Like for now, there are no move action icons. So if there is a tie, he will take the highest level yokai card. If there's still a tie, he takes the topmost card. And then the Yokai King will always places his Shikigami upside down at the rightmost end of its night parade so that we will remember. And if it's a change, so the leaf icon, he will place it in his longest night parade. Okay, doesn't matter active or inactive. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check these when they come up in his night parade. And also for each expansion, they say how you could use the clans as opponents as well, which is also interesting, of course. Now, as far as the solo game goes, those are the differences. Like you can see, it's the night setup. And one more thing that you might have noticed, like, I don't know what that is these 2 islands. Now, first of all, the island tiles were shuffled and placed randomly, right? So these 2 came out, and these are the Whispers. Now, I forgot the specific name. What is it again? It's the other manual, isn't it? Yes, it's from the Moonlight Whispers, of course, the Moonlight Whispers Islands, the Whisper Islands. And basically, these are legends. So whoever places their Torii first, they can get the bonus. So these bonuses. So we have a deck here, and they have a bunch of special cards. Like these are the special cards. They're Daiokai. Okay, Daiokai. So all of these can come out. Now, if you build on the white one, you can just draw 1 card and you keep it. But if you build on the red one, then you could draw 3 cards and you choose one of them. And the 3 is definitely better because each card has very, very nice icons on them, which you can't see here. But you can see the effect it has, because once you have one of these cards in your night parade, every time you're in the recruit phase, you will check if you can still keep it. For example, the Suzaku, this one here, right? It says is the guardian of the south sky and represents the virtue of propriety. Fantastic. but it has this icon, which means you may claim this Yokai if you have placed more Tori on the world map. So let's say I have one Tori and I have this, and then the Yokai King builds his second Tori. During his phase, his recruit phase, he can then take this card away from me. So of course, I want to be choosing something that I can keep for as long as possible. Okay. For example, you may claim this Yokai if you have less talisman action icons in your night parades. So in your night, so the total. So this would be really good for me because I start with 2 and he starts with also 2. So yeah, maybe not. So we'll see what happens when it comes out. Okay, let's not spend too much time on that. These 2 islands are also special because they have 2 icons. So you can go there whenever, basically. And then just to be sure, I want to check. This is the night side. All right. No, it's not. This is the night side. Good. I almost made a mistake. There we go. All right. So the night side, by the way, means that when you manage to put a Tori there, you get 2 points, but you also get a victory. No victory points. You also get spirits according to how many lanterns you have on islands where you have a Tori. So for example, if I have a Tori here and then I have a Tori there, then the bonus would be I get 2 spirit because I have 2 lanterns here. So instead of rushing it, you actually want to not rush it if you want to get the spirit bonus. But if you just want the 2 points, which is arguably way better, you want to go there. But it's 7 meeples and we only have 10. Okay, enough talking. Let's get this game underway, shall we? Here we go. Okay, so let's begin. It's my turn first, so I have to decide which night parade I'm going to activate. Now, I already have 3 spirits, right, to spend. But if I don't have a talisman, I can't buy anything. But if I get a talisman this round and I don't use it, it will turn into another spirit. So the question is, do I want to go for 6 spirits and then buy a more like a top one from the get-go, or do I want to just immediately buy like a level 1 or whatever? Well, I'm gonna go for the level 3, which costs 6. So I'm going to activate my Earth Night Parade. Okay, so as a quick reminder, this means you activate the Night Parade. This means you can purchase the recruitment phase, and this is at the end of the round. You can get rid of your tokens, every token except for the spirit ones that you have not spent. They go away, and you get 1 spirit per 2. If you remove 1, you still get 1, so it's rounded up basically. So if you discard 3, you still get 2, stuff like that. Okay. Right, so I do this, but first of all, I place 1 meeple on a island. Now, obviously, he punches, right? He will always punch. So if I'm really unlucky, he will draw Earth as well, and then he'll immediately punch me out wherever I go first. So I'm thinking if I should, just to make it interesting, immediately go for one of these, but it's going to be a while to build them up. I can buy those, which potentially give me more money or give me punching of my own, which might be good, but I want to have movement, so I might just shuffle those in later. So I think I'm going to go for the 3, and for the very simple reason, because it has 3 lanterns. So if I end up going there, which I might not, depending on how many move tokens I manage to get, I might go to the middle and then have a huge money bonus. Then I get 3 spirits, so it puts my total up to 6. And that is the end of my turn already, because I'm not buying anything, because I cannot. I don't have a talisman, which I'm doing my best, because normally I always call them contracts. I don't know why, but yeah, talismans. Okay, so that's done. The Night King will, the Yokai King will take 1 card here. So normally you're supposed to shuffle, but like I said, I'm not going to do that. It's too annoying. So, hup, And yes, I'm super unlucky. Here he is. And this also activates because he activates his longest one. All right. So first of all, he's going to go where I am, which is, of course, on that island. And he is going to knock me out. Now, the knocking out doesn't have to be the same island. It can be anywhere, but obviously there's no one there yet. So he doesn't get the talisman because he can't do anything with the talisman. And then he'll go to another island, which will be the lowest number because none of the other requirement steps are valid. I'm nowhere. He is nowhere. He cannot go to the same island twice. So he's going to go to number 4 and he's going to immediately hide. Now, this is a bit special because there are 2 4s, all right? So when it comes down to Whisper Islands, because the numbers are the same, I guess I'm going to have to decide based on what will be best for him, I guess. Let me just quickly check. Okay, so I sent a message on Instagram to Brueh Games. He tends to reply quite quickly, but I will just play, as in I'll make the choice for the king and determine that he's going to go to the double one, because I think being able to do that potentially is a lot more powerful. So let's just do it like that. Right, so that is the end of his turn. Oh, this is hidden, of course. It lies down because he has the hidden token. Right, that is his turn because he never buys anything. Oh, and when, of course, I will insert the answer of what he says about that little rules thing. Because I think it doesn't happen often. Because as the game goes on, there'll be a lot more meeples around, right? And then the rules always apply. But the problem is now there are 2 MT4s. Which one will he prefer? Because the steps are, you have at least 1 meeple there, which is not the case. He has meeples there, which is not the case. The island tile that requires the least meeples to be considered sacred and can still hold Tori. They're both considered sacred when you build on it. Unless, of course, it refers to the spirits that are on there, the spirit tokens, although I don't think so. Okay, let's just put him here in case they mean spirits, and then once he's here, he'll go there. Let's put it like that. Okay, I don't know if my logic makes sense or not, but we'll see. All right, so then it's back to my turn. Obviously, I cannot activate this because I activated last turn, so I activate one of these 2. Now I'm over there. I'm nowhere. He punched me out, but he's not going to be able to activate Earth. But of course, he will activate one of these 2 as well. So if I'm really unlucky, he'll just punch me out again. So we'll just go for the other 3 next to it. Although when he's activated, he's going to move towards me. So I want to go away from him. So I'm going to go to I'm going to activate blue. And I'm going to go to blue 4 here, far away from him. Hopefully he won't activate this next round. I don't have much choice. And I get a talisman. So that's the end of the movement. So I'm going to flip this over already. And now I have 6 spirits and a talisman to spend. So like I said, I'm going to shuffle both of these back into the deck. And then we'll see what comes out. All right. So I'll do it as quickly as possible because you can always do that. You can always shuffle, see what comes out. But obviously, if you always do a very lengthy shuffle, then the game will take forever, or not forever, but it will take up a lot of time, which I don't want it to. So, okay, this is good enough. Let's cut it up and then 2. This is the first one. It's basically the same guy, but a different color. And this one. So that is actually pretty good because of the talismans and a move token. Move counts towards the points, and the talismans will allow me to better spend these spirit tokens. The downside is they're both water, and I'm here at water. Now, I am not forced to buy water, okay? And it's not because I did this that I have to buy from there. I can always just say, you know what? I'm just going to spend 2, get me a green monkey and then later get something else and get them anyway, because chances of him getting this, it's impossible. Unless, of course, he gets invocation tokens, which he's not going to get, so it's pretty safe to get it later, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy the monkey because I'm going to activate green, so wood next. And this guy jumps around, so I'm going to always be able to place it. So the leaves are one of my favorite things, actually. All right. And I avoided him getting a blue one. So hopefully he will also not take a blue one now. All right, so that's my turn. I keep my 4 spirits. So if I activate this again next turn, I'll be able to buy a level 4, not this. But I can also do this, and then I'll have 7. Now, the maximum of spirits you can have at the end of your turn after buying is 8. So you can have more during your turn, but then you have to discard down, I guess. All right, anyway, it's my turn done. Time for the Yokai King. It is blue. Oh, man, I'm so unlucky. Okay, so he activates blue. So, as usual, what goes first? He goes to where I am, and he knocks me out. So at the moment, he's having a field day. It's pretty crazy. Then he goes to the lowest, which is here. And then he has a punch icon, so he could punch me again, but I'm not even on the board. Okay. Now, luckily, he had to go to the lowest, which is a 3. Had it been vice versa, it would have been another clash between these two. So, yeah. I'll have to say, in my logic, putting it here helps me, because if he would always go here first and there would be a tie, then this would fill up pretty quickly, and this one as well. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. All right. That's him done. This one flips back over, and then it's back to me. So I'm going to activate. So chance of him activating this is non-existent. Okay. Because even if he draws a green card, the order of activating it is, if there's a tie, he is the most move icon. No, it's not non-existent. If it's something with a move, this will activate. Okay. But then he checks the most fists, which would be blue, which is impossible. And then, unless there's a fist here, that would be green again, and we would again. And then is the topmost. Okay. Still, chances are highest, it's going to be earth. So I'm going to activate wood because I don't want to get punched out again. All right. So I'm going to immediately flip this, even though you're supposed to do it later, but yeah. So I'll go to a wood, which will be, so I can't go here either because he's going to come. It's so annoying. I think I need some punchers as well, just to be able, or hiding, just to be able to protect myself, I guess. All right, I'm going to go to 4. And then I get a talisman. Then I'm going to go to 5, I guess. Yeah, and get a talisman. No, sorry, I don't get a talisman. And then it's a leaf, which means I can put him on a different track, which will be earth. Because I want more money later on to buy more. So for example, I could spend 2 now and get 5, but then I'll reach it again. But now, because my turn basically is over, I can buy now. I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy the top earth one. Because if I buy that one, so I'm talking about this one, right? If I buy that one, it'll give me 5 spirits. 5 spirits would bring me very close to getting the more powerful cards fairly quickly. All right. Now, of course, a good idea would be to build my wood because he's low on wood at the moment. But choices. I could also not spend this, get a 5th one, and then go for these because the movement is so important for water. But I can't activate water then. I mean, I can activate water, but I can't use it then. Ha ha ha. AP, AP, AP. Okay, I'm going to choose the money and wood and then have a big turn next round. So I'm going to spend 2. I get back 1. I spend 4. So I spend all of them. Spend everything. So get this one. And yes, I could have shuffled them both in. But all right. So I put this here. And I'm not going to shuffle anything anywhere. Technically, I could shuffle both of these, but they have movement tokens, which would be really good later on. All right, so that's me done. Back to the yokai. So preferably no green. Green. But luckily, because there's a tie, it's the most fist icons. Or move, there's no move. There's a fist icon as well. So it blocks, so this one will activate. So this deactivates, this activates. So he is going to go to the lowest island where he is, which is here. And then he punches me where I am, but he's nowhere on the island where I am, so it's okay. And then he goes to the next lowest, which is 4, and he hides. Okay. Okay, that's him done. But now he's already close to getting 2 Tories. Whew. Okay, so this is done for me. So I activate Earth, of course. So I place 1 on Earth, preferably my own guys. I'm not going to be able to buy. All right, I'm going to go for here. Because with this one, I'll always be able to place 1. So I get 3 spirits. There we go. Then I place 1 on green, which will be here. And he moves down to wood. Yes, because wood would allow me to buy water, which would then be able to activate. Okay. And then I put another one on earth, which will be this one. Yeah. All right. So, and I get another 2. So I have 5 now. Okay. That is my turn done. His turn. Back to this. Up. And it's green. So he's going to be punching and banishing me, basically. So this goes down. This goes up. All right. So first he goes where I am, which would be the lowest one as well, which is here. Okay. And then he punches. It's the only place where he can punch me. So he punches me out. Then he goes to another place where I am, which would be 5. Yeah, according to the numbers, right? Up. And then he gets a banish token, which he will use, sadly. And then this one, he'll put another one where I am, which is here, which is what I really don't like. Because this means he'll punch me next time, most likely. He has a banish token. He can only banish a level 1, and that is, of course, my monkey, which I was going to use for my master plan, which is now not going to be happening. All right, so that's him done. Back to me. I am going to activate wood because he's not going to be able to. And live it up to 3. Even though if he activates water, he'll punch out 2 of my guys. Yes, 2. It's so difficult to stop this guy. Okay, and I get a talisman to buy something if I want to, but it's not enough to buy anything. I mean, not what I want, actually. I'm going to buy the rabbits for 4, so I get 1 back. Because I should avoid buying level 1s because he'll just banish them. So my sadly, oh yeah, so this one flips over even though I don't use him. But of course, every time this is activated, this guy will also get blocked. All right, so I am going to put these two back in and shuffle them. Just for my next turn. All right, while I'm shuffling, let's see what the Yokai King is going to do. He has Earth. So that means that Earth will once again be activated. Hup. And this goes away. And I just activated Earth, right? So this is once again available. All right, so Earth. So I am literally, oh my goodness. He's gonna make it a tie on the Earth one. Because as the rules go, he goes where I am. So he goes here. And then he punches. The only place he can punch me in two places. And now the order of where he punches me first is where we both have meeples, obviously. He will remove me first from those tiles that require the fewest meeples. So luckily he will not punch me here yet. He punches me out over here. Okay. All right. So then he has another one that he can place, which will then, as you can see, there's no meeples left. First of all, let me put this up and up. That's not very good. All right. Anyway, so there's nothing left. We're doing this one at the moment. So he's gonna have to pick up a unit from somewhere and then place it again. So the rules for that are solo mode. I mean, are a little bit unclear, because it doesn't literally say that if he runs out of meeples, where will he take it away first. But I imagine in the flow of the game, he's going to take it away from the highest number island and place it on the lowest possible, because it brings him closer to getting a Torii. So I imagine he would take away one of his sixes, even though I know it helps me, but it's in the way of the game, it's always going for the lowest one. So removing from the highest one makes the most sense to me. So I take this away, but I'll verify with the designer, and I'll put it here if I'm correct or not. So I'll take this away, right, for this one, and I will place it on the 3, which leads to him actually completing a Torii. So he's already on the way to winning. Then he has another one to place, which will be on a 4, which is here. Oh, actually, that means I was wrong. That means he would have come here first, and then he would have removed this here, put this one here. Okay, let's rewind, because I forgot about this guy here. So let's put these 3 back. Okay, this goes back. This one is here. So I'm supposed to remove one, right? So the idea stays with number 6, but then he would go to wherever I am. That's the lowest, which would be 4, right? Which is here. Okay. So when initially the first one was placed, well, now I'm confusing myself. Yeah, the first one was placed here, right? The first one was placed here because I already have people there. But actually, he's supposed to come here first. This is the first meeple. Then he would, well, he wouldn't remove this one because it's an earth one. Okay. So let's redo the turn, shall we? So let's redo the turn, shall we? First one where he goes is he's supposed to go where I am, which is here, right? And then he's supposed to punch me. Now, as you recall, I was here. He's not going to punch me from there. He's going to punch me from here because it's the lowest. 4 is lower than 5. So he punches me away here, all right? That's the first one. Then the second one, he has to remove someone. He's not going to remove the 6, even though I said so, because it's the same island. So that wouldn't make much sense. So it's the next lowest one, which would be, next highest one, which would be the 5. And then he would place that on a Earth island where I already am, which is here. Then he would remove another one, because like I said, he has nothing here, right? And that would be from a level 4 that is not Earth. And there are multiple ties there. So I think then I would have to choose into his interest, which is mean water is least likely for him to actually work. So, oops. So he would take this away and then put it here, which would complete it because he already has meeples there. There. So that makes more sense. It's quite the task to do. Also, the second one that I placed is supposed to be hidden. The second one was this one. And the third one is a dog. So he will then move over to, what was it? Was it the longest one? The longest inactive or the shortest inactive? Longest inactive night parade. So he's gonna go all the way to here, which spells bad news for me as well. All right, so that was his turn, which is crazy. I feel like I'm gonna be lucky if I get one. All right, my turn. So going to be activating Earth because I still want to get as many people there as possible, even though I can't move. So it was like this, right? If I activate water, I can move this water one into here, which would also end up with 4. But movement is so important, right? So I think I should do this, which gives me the money to then buy, but then the money, but not the talisman. I should have bought that way earlier. At the moment, I'm really in a bind. I'm not playing well. Right, if I do this, he can actually move. So I'm still going to try to go for this one, depending on how much he roughs me up. So I'm going to activate this because this one's going to move. So this is gone. This is activated. I place one on blue, which will be here. Then I get a talisman. Then I place another one on blue, which will be here, maybe. Maybe here as like a decoy. Then I can move, which I'll move this one in here. And then this one will jump to here. So I can have like a bigger turn next turn. I can't do anything with this, so this turns into a spirit. That's my turn. So let's see what happens with the Yokai King. Oh, it's really bad for me. So I'm going to move a little bit to the left so you guys can still see the cards. Move everything to the left. I think this is going to be a rather short game. Okay. So he comes here. So this means this is going to activate and also gives him a point. So this is now done. This is activated. All right. So he has 3 people. So at least I don't have to do that exercise. So he goes to green where I am, which would be the lowest possible, which would be 5. So it's here and he punches. So he punches me wherever the lowest is, which would be here. So he knocks me out. Okay. That was the first one. All right. Second one. He goes to another green where I am. So he already went to 5. So now he's going to go to 6. Okay. Because I'm on no other 4s. Okay. So he also gets a banish token, which he will use to banish my monkey. Then he has another green. So he's gone to 6, he's gone to 5. So now he's going to go to 3. There is no 3. So he's going to go to 4, which is here. And also he's already there. So he would have gone there anyway. Then we have this one. Now, as you can see, this is orange. So he's going to have to remove something from somewhere. Now, it seems that if I apply the previous rule, he removes himself from the highest number, which is obviously the most difficult to get, will be from here. But then he places himself on a Earth island where I am, which is also here. So basically that would be done. Because, wait, he has been here already this round. Yeah, so he can't go there. So he'd have to go somewhere else where he has been already, which is the lowest. So he'd take this away and he'd go here, basically. Although according to my reasoning, since it's a tie, he would go here. And he has the most people there anyway, it makes most sense. So this one then goes to the highest inactive, but there's a tie, so he's go to the top. All right. Then this one places another green, but we have to remove one. We've already been to 6, 5, and 4, so next one will go to 6. But we need to remove a different color, the highest, which would be a 4. There's one here, which I probably shouldn't have put it there. Probably should have gone there at one point. I don't know, I was here. Yeah, I was here. That's why he's here. So he's going to be removed, and he's going to be placed on 6. But then he can move, and he is going to move to the lowest possible fewest meeples to be considered sacred. So he's going to move someone to the lowest number. So that would be 3, that would be green. So he's going to move 6 to green. Okay. All right. I realize it would be more logical to move it to 4 and create a Torii, but the rules literally say will always move his meeples to an island that requires fewer meeples to be considered sacred. So basically the lowest one, which will be the 3. There's only 1 3 left where he hasn't been yet. Okay, so that's his turn done. And it's looking really, really bad. I think I should just try to go for the 3s and everything instead of going for 6 for a special card. But at least that way you guys get to see the special card, which is nice, right? I'm doing this for you. Okay, so now I'll activate this to get a lot of money and then hopefully finally start playing better. Okay, this one. I put one on orange, which will be here. So I have 5 now. So I'll probably be able to finish this. So that's cool. Then I'll get 3 spirits. There we go. Then I put another one on orange, but can't be here. Can't go on 3. There's 5, there's 4. I'll go on 4. Get 2 spirits. So I have 7 now. Then another one on blue, which I will put here. Oh no, I've been here already, so I can't go there. I'll go here. And then I can move. So I'll move this one in here, which will take care of all of these ones. That's 6, which is the requirement. All 6 of them go away. And I get one of these cards. So I get 3 of them, and I get to choose which one to keep. So these are the 3 cards. Okay, I think I'm already gonna... Well, oh yeah, and of course I placed my Torii. Huh. Now, gut instinct, I said I'm going for this because it's triple movement. But, whoever has the most Tories will take this card away. And I'm pretty sure he's going to have a second Torii real soon. If he activates Earth, I'm already done for. Because he would go here, he would go there, and then instantly it's a Torii. So I can't take this because I'd instantly lose it. So then we have these 2. The swords mean... Let's do the house first. I'm not sure what the official name is for the house. But anyway, looking for the explanation. Here. The houses. You may claim this Yokai if you have more meeples on islands that depict castles. So there's a castle in the top left. It's 1-1. There's a castle here. There's no one there. And that's it. There's only 2 castles. Seems like it. Double check. No castle, only 2 castles. Only 2 castles, and it's a tie. So you need to have more meeples to be able to take this. But you can place on both. You can place on the fire island as well, and it gives you 2. But honestly, not that fantastic. Oh my goodness. And this one just gives you a contract, and it has the swords, which means you may claim this Yokai if you have more weapons depicted in your night parades. So weapons depicted in your night parades. I don't see any weapon anywhere. Even in the offer, I don't see a weapon. Night parades are these, okay? I don't see anybody actually holding a weapon here. Like, no. No weapons here either. There's a mask, there's some dancing. There's a guy. Yeah. The weapons. I don't know what that means, the weapons. So I kind of want to have him, but I might instantly lose him. But he's so good. He's really good. I mean, 3 movement is awesome. That means it's really good for him. At the moment, it's 1-1 with the Tories. But if he activates Earth next, which he most likely will, unless he draws a water one. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot. He uses this and takes out my monkey. If he draws a water one, then I'm safe. Then he's not going to be able... No, he's going to complete the 3. So I cannot take this. Because I'm going to lose it instantly. The weapons, I don't really understand, because I don't see any weapons at the moment. Weapons depicted. Because even if I look at the other yokais that haven't come out now, I don't really see any weapons either. Or maybe I'm just looking. There are some. Like there's one with a sword, there's one with a staff. Yeah, several with a sword. Okay. At the moment there's none. So as long as he doesn't accidentally recruit one, this will be mine. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, this one goes here. Because obviously this isn't even activated. So I think I'm just going to put him here. I'm going to go for him. Yeah. Yeah, all for water. So these 2 go away. Alright, so that is the end of my turn. Right? I've done all 3 of them. Moved. And I actually managed to get a Tory, which I'm happy about, even though he has Tories coming in 2 places, here and there. Alright, so this was my turn. I can now... Actually, we're supposed to get a talisman. Alright, and this one was now just placed. Oh, talisman. I didn't activate this one. What am I doing? I just have the money for the next round. That's it. Okay, me done. So, please don't be wood, because I'm running out of space. Alright, well, yeah. So he has 2 movement tokens now. And I just have 1. Okay, so it's done. Let's take a look at the damage. First of all, he has to take people back, so at least that works into my favor. So he's going to take it from the highest, that is not Earth. So that would be the 5 at wood. So he takes this away, and then he'd go to wherever I am on Earth, which would be 4, and only 4. So he goes here, then he punches me, which would be here. Then he goes on the next one, but once again he has to remove someone, which would be the highest of not Earth, which would be the 4. And then he'd go to wherever he is as the lowest, because he cannot go where I am. I'm not nowhere. So it'll be here. So that guy will be hidden. But it doesn't really matter, because these 4 they create another Tory. So let's move on to the next one. So like I said, I already placed one where I was, which is 4, and then activated Den, which gave him a Tory. So 4 and 4 is already done. Then he'll go where he is, which is actually here. There you go. This one will go to the longest one, which will be here, which is going to be horrible for me. And then another one, which will be, we've done 4, we've done 4, we've done 6, which will be the 5 on the top, because there's no one there yet, and it's the lowest one where he can still get a Tori. And then he can move, and he is going to move somewhere where he can complete a Tori, which is the one that he just placed. Moves over here, boom, another Tori for the king. It seems that trying to usurp him, doing a coup, was a really dumb idea, because he's winning 3-1. All right, and I just have one guy, because he just keeps punching them all out. Now maybe I should, and this is supposed to be easy, so maybe I should just try the cats. Maybe they don't punch. Maybe that makes it easier. I don't know. Anyway, that's him done. My turn. So I've done this already. I'm going to activate blue. All right, and the one that he revealed didn't have a weapon, so I'm pretty safe. Hup. So, all right, I get to place one on blue, which I have no one on blue anywhere. There's 4 I could go to. There's this 4 I could go to. I have 1 move action. So if I put it on 4, I could potentially have 2 people there by the end of the round. And then try to get more movement by buying this one, but that's going to be water, which doesn't help me at all. But I'm going to have 7. Yeah. I don't know. I think I should try to get easy ones now. But there are no easy ones. Okay, I'm just going to try to get this one then. Go to 4. But then if I go here, I can do this, activate Earth, and then have a higher chance. But if I put him here, the next one I can place would have movement, but it's also blue. And that would not work to build this because there's no blue around it. So maybe that's not a very good idea. Okay, I'm just going to put it here anyway and get a talisman. Then I'm going to place another blue, but I'm going to place it on 6 here and then move it. So hop, done. And then this one goes back to Earth, which wood. Earth, no, which is what I'll be activating later. Then I'll do this one. I want to double check. Does this mean I can place 2 meeples? Or I have a choice of which one where I place it? I imagine it has an arrow on both, right? So I think I can place 2 meeples. Yeah, it's siege. That means place 1 meeple on the Fire Island tile. So I place 2 meeples basically. So I place one here and then another one on a blue tile, which will be here, which I think is legal because I didn't place anything in here. I just moved one on there, but didn't place it there. So, and then I get another talisman. Okay, so I have 2 talismans and I have 7 spirits. And so potentially I could buy a level 1, a level 2. I'll do a level 1, risks the chance of getting banished. But I don't like level 1s, I don't like level 2s. So obviously, but I'm going to shuffle the level 2s. And I might end up buying the level 1 anyway, just to get people out there. I'm not sure. Or I could just save my money or buy the level 6 for blue. No, I'm going to shuffle these. I'm going to go for it. I need to take some risks. And it's a good thing I didn't get that one card. The movement card that, went to the person who has the most Tories. Because it's pretty crazy. That would have really killed me. That would have totally, completely killed me. Like, so dead. Alright. So, shuffle. Done. And then I draw 2. Here, 1. and 2. Okay, I know which one I'm gonna buy. It's gonna be the dragon. Okay, this one. Hup. So this is gonna go here. So I'll be able to activate it next time. Double. So I'm gonna have triple moves and a punch, which is awesome. So I pay 6, 3, 6. Up. And 1 talisman, which means this talisman is not used, which is returned, and I get 1 spirit back. So 2 spirits. Okay. One downside, of course, is that I still don't have any talismans here. So I'm just going to get a bunch of money again, but I can't buy. So that's stupid on my part. Okay. This one, there you go. But of course, with the movement, I now for sure have 1 extra point. At the moment, he has 2. All right, Yokai. King. Oops. Everything's still fine? Everything's still fine. Okay. So let's see. Oh my goodness, this keeps getting worse. I'm running out of space even. So much green, so much wood. But of course, at one point he won't be able to place them anymore, and then that's that. Okay, we have how many wood islands? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Yeah, and he has now 5 cards. So this card will definitely not be placed. Okay, so it's kind of useless. Well, of course, it increases the chance that it's always going to be activated. All right, anyway, first one. He's going to go to a wood island where I am, and I'm on 5. So he's going to go here, and then he punches me out because it's the only place where he is and I am. Then he is going to go to the wood island where he already is and is the lowest, which is 4. And he gets a banish token, which is going to be useless because I don't have a level 1 that he can banish because this one is still banished. So I'll immediately put it away already. Then we have this one. He's already gone to 5. He's already gone to 4. And now he's going to go to 6 as the third one because he has people there already. That doesn't happen. Then he's going to go to the other 6. Up. And then he has the movement. And as you remember, movement is he will move his meeples to an island tile that require fewer meeples to complete, basically. So lower number would be a 4, and he is here, and he's also there, but he has 2 there, so I guess he would go there. So we'll do this. Okay. Then he's going to take 1 and put it on a earth 1. He's going to go wherever I am, which will be here. There you go. This moves back to the longest inactive one, which is there. Oh, yeah, sorry. What am I doing? It was like this, of course. And then it is this one, which will be, well, he's not going to remove in place because he doesn't have a valid place to place anything anywhere. So yeah, that's basically done. That's his turn over. Okay, so now I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Well, obviously I'm going to activate this, but I'm happy that so many of my units survived, at least. Okay, so I get to go to Earth, and I get 3. Now I have to think, I'm going to be able to move 3 guys, or 3 times. So if I want to complete the 4, then I need to get people there. And Earth is super far for that, which is annoying. But I only need to have 1 person there as the advantage. So if I put 1 on 5, he can do 1, 2 and get there later. So here, and get 3 spirits. I get another one. And put this one on 4. Might as well annoy him there a little bit because I can punch him out. So that's 2. Then I get to place a blue one, which will be, of course, here. And then I have a movement, which this one will come down. Up. The leaf means this one comes down here. Then I put another one on earth, which I did 4, I did 6, so I'll go back to 5 over there. And then I get to punch someone. I'm gonna punch out this guy. Well, actually I could punch him at 4 and be better because it takes longer for him to complete there. So punch this guy. Finally some revenge, and I can move twice. So 1 will move here, which will complete. Tori and 2 spirits. Then I have 1 more movement left. I'm sighing because I could move into the middle island, but it's going to take ages to get there. I mean, potentially I could really, really quickly get them there. It'll give me 2 points at least. And more difficult for him to reach me there, because he can't place anyone there. Why not? Let's do this. Okay, that was my last movement. So that's done. I'm happy to say I now have 2 Tori. Then that was it. So I now have 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, which is, if I remember correctly, too much, and I will have to discard down to 8. Yeah. So too bad. I'm wasting 1 here. Okay. Then it's the king's turn. Oh, he's really just constantly building the ones that I don't want him to build. Oh. All right, so he's there now. All right, so this guy will go to Earth where I am, and I am here. Then he will punch me out. It's the only place where I am, so he punches me out. Boom. Then he will remove 1 from an island where I am not. No, what am I saying? He's just going to remove 1 from an island that he hasn't activated, which is the highest, which will be the 6. And he will place it at wherever he is as the lowest. Now, this would be here. Yeah. Cool. So he's 5 now. And that one's hidden, so it sleeps. Okay, then the next one, he has to remove 1, once again, from a different color. That's the highest, which would be this one. And that would go on 5 at the top. Then he moves, and he's going to move to whatever is the lowest to complete, which would be a 4, and which of course is going to be here, because otherwise it makes no sense that he would go somewhere else. So he goes here, and he completes the Tori. Up, up, up. And he gets a card as well, which maybe I can steal. Let's imagine that. It's a green one, and basically you can place 3 meeples, which is awesome. And it's basically whoever has the least amount of contracts, I think. But that would make no sense, to be honest, because he would always have the least amount, because he doesn't take any. You may claim this Yokai if you have less talisman contract icons in your night parades. Yeah. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 3. So actually I can take it away from him. Ooh, interesting. Game changer. All right, anyway, it was this one. Next one that he places is this one. And he has gone to 4, to 6, and to 5. So now he goes to 3, even though it doesn't do much for him. And then he goes with this one. That was this one. So this one goes all the way here, which is already off screen. So I'll put it like this a bit so you can still see it. And then there's this guy. This guy will go to 4. There you go. And that's it. All right, that's the Yokai King done. My turn. Now, as I said, I could potentially claim that 1 card, right? but I can only claim it during the recruit yokai phase, so not now. So I activated this last time, right? So I close this up and I activate water. Yeah. So I place one on water, which is kind of annoying now. Okay, I'm trying to move people to the middle, right? But at the same time, I want to keep my options open. I'm not sure. Because this one here is now useless because you can only have one. So I'm going to put one here, get it, talisman. And I get two guys. One goes in the middle. One goes here at 3, so I can move him in later. And I get a talisman. That's him done. Then another blue, which will be 6, I guess. I should try to be as close to the middle as possible. Let's put it at 4. There's a lower chance of him going there. Or if he goes there, it's useless for him. Then I can move one, and it's a leaf. So he moves in, up. And then there, actually, I'm gonna leave him there. This one moves in. Actually, no, this one moves in. And then leaf means he goes back up there. And now I have 8 and 2 contracts. So I could potentially buy 2 level 2s. So I'm gonna shuffle them just to see. Because otherwise, if I don't get that, I think I might get the sword guy just to punch, right? But I need movement. So I just hope that after shuffling these 2, after shuffling these 2, I'm gonna get some movement. I really need movement. Right. And also because I have more contracts than him, I will definitely take this away from him, which will come here, and I will suddenly make that way more interesting. Sad part is that, of course, I don't have. The sad part is that I don't have any movement there. But you never know. Maybe I'll get movement from here. That'd be nice, right? Green movement, wood movement. Then combined with all that. Well, honestly, it would be best if it goes here, because there's so much there already. It would even be better if I moved this here in the first place. But anyway. No movement and water. It's like the most horrible thing. Okay, banishment and punching. Well, banishment means I can banish one of his, which at least is handy. I can stop his dog from jumping around. That will help. Sorry about the lights. It's probably been bothering you guys for most of the time. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh, but it's kind of crap though. Oh my god, I don't like any of those. Okay, so if my next round I'm activating Earth, I want to have Earth. Right? So I can potentially get 2 of them, but that means I can place 5 meeples. There are 5 islands, so I could literally put a guy on each island. Actually, no, because with the movement I'm going to have, I'm going to be able to potentially complete the middle one. I'm saying potentially, because that will move in. Yes. No. Let's see. Could I potentially complete it next round? Because I could put one on 5 and move it in. So I will put it on 5. Then I can put one here and move it in. So I'll put it on 6. And this one can put one on 5 itself and move it in. That's 7. Yeah. So that would actually work. Huh. Yeah. So I can actually complete 7 in the middle on that turn. So I could actually buy a contract person. So that would allow me to buy during that phase, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move everything a bit more to the left. Still visible? Yes. Up. All right. So instead of going for movement, which I really wanted but can't, I'm going to get this little thing. All right. So it costs 6. So 6, and of course a contract. Put it here. The new one comes out. No, that wasn't much better. And actually I could still buy this one as well, but that would serve no purpose, I think. Because, I mean, there are 5 islands. And that would mean that I could buy a level 1 card for an extra boost. No, I'm happy with what I have right now. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, that's my turn done. This is sold. I get 1 back. Alright. The Yokai King. Blue. Thankfully, that's not wood. So, wood is activated. Okay. Alright, he still has 2 people here. He goes to a wood place where I am. I am nowhere on wood. So he goes to a place where he is already, and is the lowest one, which is 4. There you go. And then he punches me. He is nowhere where I am, so no punching. Then he goes to wood again, where he is already, which is only this one. So, and he gets a banish token, which he cannot use, so I'm not even going to take it because this one is still down, face down. So the next one for green, which means he would remove a meeple from the highest number of the, which should be Earth. And then he's going to go, he went to 4, he went to 6, so the lowest green will be 5, up. And then the next one, the same thing again, except this time he removes the 4, and he goes to the green 6, done. And he moves. So he's going to move to the green 4, because that's the lowest one that he could possibly complete. There you go. Then he goes on green again. So he removes the 3, but does he have anywhere to go? Yeah, he can go to, no, he has nowhere to go because you went to everything already. So that doesn't happen. And then he can remove another one, which I guess will be the green 6 then again, the one that he just placed. And he would go to Earth, wherever he can go, where he already has people, which is actually here, and he will complete a Tori, which strangely enough, well, not strange enough, it finishes the game, sadly. And also gives both of us a point, which is really annoying because I was going to finish the middle part in my next turn. And that would have given me 2 points. Okay, but let's see. When the player places their 5th Tori, the remaining players play out their last turn. So, I guess that means that he, let me just check. Yeah, because I started, he had the last turn, so he finishes the game. All right, so it's game over, which means horrible things for me. So we're not going to talk about woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but let's see. The first one is points for Tories. So he gets 5, I get 2. The next one is you get a point if you have a Tori where someone else has a Tori, which of course makes no difference for the 2 of us. So we both get a point. So he has 6, I have 3. Then you get a point for every 3 movement icons. So let me turn this over. And I think the movement icons, it is a rounded, it's not even rounded or whatever. 3 just gives you 1. So he has 1, he only has 2, so he gets no points for that. So he's still at 6. Well, I'm still at 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 3. So I get 1 point. So I have 4 points and he has 6. So I lose 6 points to 4. Bwah, bwah, bwah. So I think I shouldn't have gone for the 6. And I think instead of doing what I did, I probably should have just gone for punches as well. Just so I could like maintain a status quo, because he just punched me out way too much in the beginning. Now I am curious, and I'm going to immediately check for the cats, which is the other opponent that you can play against, because they're supposed to be harder. So what are they good at? It says this clan focuses on traveling quickly between the islands to snatch bonuses by building their torii first. So I imagine they move around. Okay. So I imagine that can be difficult as well. But I think my next video, if I do solo again, I will most likely not play against these guys, because they're always punching and it's very difficult to to get any kind of momentum with these guys. I mean, he only got 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. But then imagine if he got more. So then that would have been really, really horrible to... and it's very difficult to run away as well, because he's always going where you go first. And if he has some movement, he's just always looking for you. Yeah, you can't hide, because it's just 1 versus 1. Nonetheless, I really like the game, you know. But I would have been really happy if I was able to just complete my last turn. But I didn't. I lost track of that. And in retrospect, maybe I should have chosen a different card, because this does not separate us. It's just a point if you're in the same spot as someone else's torii, which is basically just status quo. Nothing changes. But this is the second solo game I played. The first one I played wrong. So, or at least made several mistakes. So, yeah. And I wasn't able to use this guy. So sad. That would have been a game changer too, I think. But yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it is what it is. This was Night Parade of 100 Yokai. I lost 6 points to 4. And hopefully I'll do better next time. If you have any questions, please just ask them in the comments. And like I said, normally I should have updated the video with the answers of the designer. And if I haven't, they'll definitely be in the caption as well. All right. Okay. That's it, everybody. Bye-bye.